He's unarmed and on his own land. Yet these are the moments before Saeed al-Amour is shot by an Israeli settler in the West Bank. It's not the first time settlers have come to Saeed's olive groves. For over a year, we've filmed as they've seized more and more of his land and used false accusations to lay the groundwork for a bloody attack. This is the story of how a 60-year-old Palestinian is shot defending his home and how the shooter walks away unpunished. Our story begins in January 2024, just a few months after the October 7th attacks. We're with a Palestinian activist called Sami Huraini, and he's just had a call from a farmer who needs help.
يرون راجل لهم بيجي ساعة يرون بركبوا في المواسير شايف؟ وين وصلوا؟ يرون مسلم عند ترى شخص عند فوق.
طب شو والله شيك يعني ولا شو؟
والله انه مركبوا شيك ولا يرون من فوق بلش مواسير شايفين؟ نزلوا حاجة في الأرض وحطوا هنا وحطوا هنا.
طب تخرفوا نشوف اطلع.
يلا.
اركب.
ماشي.
Sami finds Saeed, who can't believe his land is just being taken by the settlers.
أنا أول ما أجوا بقى يحسوا قلت له كان في زيتون شاف ابعد لغاية وقت ابعد لغاية ولا هو لو بده يدخل ساعة بيدخل لها.
شو طلع قاد شو قالوا لك شو حكيتش معاهم؟
We've seen title deeds dating back to 1953 that show Saeed is the legal owner of this land. As the Israeli settlers carry on fencing it off, some children start removing the poles. But it's the settlers who claim Saeed is the thief.
סעיד גנב את העמוד וקח אותו. זה היה קיימתי שאיף ששנים אותנו סגר את כל ישראל. הנה חמאס מקים שתתגוד. תודה בואי. בואי. הנה האנטישמים וכל הנאצים ועוזריהם יימח שמם. בואי יאללה.
Even baseless accusations can lead to arrest. So rather than protest the land seizure, Saeed has to defend himself. As the argument develops, the Israeli settlers turn on our camera. Since the October 7th attacks, they've been armed by the Israeli government and are now de facto law enforcement. Eventually, the poles are returned and the illegal fence building continues. A year on, in April of this year, and the settlers are back harassing Saeed and taking his olive grove. Once again, they're fencing off his land. The video of what happens next is shocking. It's being filmed by Saeed's son, Ilyas. 3 settlers can be seen on Saeed's land. The man with the gun is Benjamin Budenheimer. He's responsible for security in the Israeli settlement of Avigail, which is almost 1 kilometre away from Saeed's olive groves. It's illegal under international law, yet more and more Israeli settlements are being established across the West Bank. Determined to stop them building the fence, Saeed tries to unplug their drill. Remember, there are 3 settlers present. One of them has just attacked Ilyas from behind and is now restraining him on the ground. Saeed tries to help his son while another settler kicks him. Then 2 shots in the air. Saeed is dragged away and shot at point-blank range. Israeli soldiers are quick to arrive. Saeed's alive, but bleeding badly. Ilyas is still pinned to the ground. Crowds of settlers, Palestinians and activists start to gather as Saeed lies critically injured on the ground. Eventually, he's taken to an Israeli hospital. The police make an arrest, but it's not the shooter, Binyamin, who is allowed to walk around freely, still carrying his gun. It's Saeed's son, Ilyas, who's accused of launching the attack and taken off to jail.
Why are you detaining a child? Why are you detaining a child? Sorry.
We asked Binyamin for an interview, but he referred us to the Hebron Council that represents settlers living in the south of the West Bank. They said Binyamin had conducted a standard arrest procedure after Saeed invaded the settlement of Avigail carrying a threatening item. Five days after being shot, Saeed is transferred to a Palestinian hospital after having his leg amputated in Israel. Saeed and Ilyas are charged with launching a violent attack and pay a £2,000 fine to avoid prison.
مجرمين طيب ابوي هانا وعمي هانا وعمي الثاني هان ومستوطن عندنا قال منين بتجيبوا مستوطن هو اخوهم باقي.
Back at Saeed's olive grove, and he's showing us where the shooting took place.
على طول هو شو سوى الثاني مسك يدي هنا بالضبط مسك يدي لواها وطخ طختين في الهواء وبعدين على رجلي هنا طخ.
Ilyas comes to join us. He's still traumatized after being held to the ground by his neck.
طريقة خنقه يعني مش يعني مثلا سطحية لحد هان مثلا يمسك الكيك يعني تعدى شو اسمها يعني تعداها هيك مش انه يعني عندك يعني بدك تسوي هيك مثلا.
Despite losing his leg, Saeed is determined to defend his land against further seizures.
لا ولو شو ما يكون لو الآن هم استطاعوا انهم صح يقصوا رجلي ما بقصوا إرادتي أبدا شو ما يكون ما بقصوا إرادتي لأنه إرادتي أنا صاحب حق شو ما يكون جميع المستوطنين في العالم كله مستحيل انهم يزحزحون عن أرض نهائية شو ما يكون. كل واحد يرجع على الأرض هذا أحسن سلام هذا هو السلام هو السلام.
But the settlers are never far away.
The IDF told us Palestinian suspects attacked Israeli civilians, and they say an internal investigation has found that the local security coordinator we see in this film, quote, acted in accordance with regulations in response to suspects who posed a threat to the safety of the civilians, which included firing into the air and shooting at the suspect's lower body.